Yo, GamerNemy, and today I wanted to talk about Asuka. I feel as though Asuka has gone under the radar again after the 1.04 update. Like, after the huge buffs she receives, I'm surprised she's just like gone under the radar, bro. Like, I don't know what's going on. Everyone was so excited about how Asuka turned out after the buffs, but like, it feels as though not many people are actually running Asuka, right? So I wanted to kind of give her the spotlight and talk about how she's pretty good now. Like, she's really like, my impressions on Asuka have changed. Not just after the buffs, but like after, playing with her for a few games, putting her in the lab. I've kind of understood how she's supposed to be used or how she's meant to be played. But even after that, I feel as though the new update 1.04 really changed the game for Asuka, man, with the new running 1+2. So let's just break down Asuka and like, bro, like, this character she's pretty good, right? She's pretty good. So let's start with the biggest change, of course, being running 1+2. So they changed this move to now have less pushback. It now leaves you at almost point blank range at +4, right? Which is pretty good, right? So you can use 1+2 as a good mix-up tool here, right? With your down 1+2. It's pretty good. There are some decent frame traps like down forward 2, of course, right? Counter it bait, back 4, right? So she got pretty good options. Down forward 1 check, right? It's a pretty huge buff. Very significant buff for Asuka because this is to push back the opponent so far back you couldn't really capitalize off of it. It was just like something you'd use for damage, right? Like running 3+1+2 just for damage. Remember, it was 40 damage, it's now 30, right? So they reduce the damage a bit, but that makes sense because it is now also a counter hit launcher. Instant screw on counter hit launcher, it also was plus as well. So this was the biggest buff that Asuka received with the 1.04 update. So it's kind of like a makeshift running tool, right? Dragon running tool, of course, is a mid, but Asuka gets that in a high version. I believe it's also less plus than the normal, your average running tool. But the thing about this is Asuka has forward 1+2 as well, right? Which is also a counter hit launcher. And so she can mix up the two between this and this as well. She also has forward 3 she can use as well if you're ducking or you're sidestepping. So yeah, this range, Asuka is now crazy at this range. She's like commands this space so much, it's insane, right? Just these 3 moves alone make Asuka a very annoying character to deal with at range 2. So now let's talk about most of the tools that I didn't like about Asuka before. So of course Asuka's jab game is horrible. She doesn't have a good 10 frame punish. She has 1-3, which is it's alright, but considering how many characters have like buffed 10 frame punishers now, you think of Laz's new 10 frame, you think of how they buffed Leo's 10 frame, right? A lot of characters had their 10 frame punishers buff, but Asuka still remained the same, which is sad. 2-3 still doesn't give a knockdown, which is pretty bad as well. Her hop kick is pretty slow, 20 frames, although she does have it down for 2. She doesn't have a 15 frame launcher from crouch, if I'm not mistaken. My knowledge might be mid with Asuka, but like I don't think she has. She has 3, which is -18 of course, right? But a very strong 14 frame punish. Right, so those are kind of the things that I didn't like about Asuka, or that made her pretty bad in this game. Sidestep, 2 being -13 now instead of being safe like Tekken 7. While Feng upward 2, Jin upward 2 stays the same. For some reason they had to nerf Asuka. Sidestep 2, which sucks. They nerfed down forward 1, it's now -10 as well. So yeah, Asuka was hit pretty hard. It's really coming from the beta, right? Alpha, beta, and then launch. Asuka, I think, was hit the most. She was hit so hard. But now, I've kind of figured out how Asuka is supposed to be played. And the biggest complaint I had, if you guys remember my video about the low tiers that need buffs, was the damage. Asuka's damage was pretty bad. Right now, I didn't do like her full juggle combos. I don't really play Asuka like that, right? But like her BNBs were pretty bad, honestly. So her basic BNB was not pretty good, right? That's something I complained about a lot. Some characters like Leroy, now Jin last, can get like almost 78 up to 80 for a BNB. And what I mean BNB is off of launches such as hop kick or normal down forward 2s. But with Asuka, her damage was pretty low. I think she got as far as like 70, 71 maybe. What I meant to say is, if you want to deal big damage with Asuka, you have to use her Ninawa Gusto, right? So if Asuka has this state, this is when she dishes out some big boy damage, right? So let's say we go into Ninawa Gusto, right? Uh, 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 she gets like 76 damage when she has Ninawa Gusto. Now, I'm not an Asuka main, right? There might be different optimal combos with Asuka, but like overall, her damage becomes like insane when she has Ninawa Gusto or this state, right? Her Snake Eye state. So that's kind of the idea of how Asuka was going to be played in terms of combo damage, kind of like Brian. And Brian is broken in terms of his Snake Eyes damage, right? So it kind of makes sense. So this becomes scary, especially when she goes into heat. So for example, something like this, right? Uh, 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 Now Augusto, boom, 82 damage from a down forward 2 when she goes into heat. And she even keeps her heat, bro. She has more stuff to spam now. So it's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. So like Asuka is kind of insane. And apart from that, right, she doesn't really have that many good poking tools. Quite alright, her jabs are bad, like we said earlier. But her defense is pretty insane in this game. She has shoulder, right? High power crush, safe hit engager. I know how much you guys love those, right? It's one of those characters that has this annoying, spammy, high crush, power crush hit engager. Not as good as Victor, down back 2, but having a high crush, having a high power crush hit engager is like so good in this game. And when she is in hit, then she cancels this, like, bro, that's 65 damage, about 65 to 6, right? It's insane, right? So she has her power crush, she has Kan, and Kan is insane in this game, right? You've seen how much June players abuse that shit. It's just that good. Don't sleep on Asuka's Kan as well. It's basically the same thing, right? Very strong, panic move, low, high. You don't duck, you don't get a punish, you stay safe. It's so good. It's so good. She has Sabaki as well, and her Sabaki is so good, man. Right? She gets this guaranteed, which is about 40, right? So she gets Ninawa Gusto stance guaranteed for free after this, right? So now you have to worry about her either coming for, right? Only 1+2, or, sorry about that, right? Only 1+2. So yeah, she is. She's pretty sick. Asuka is pretty sick. She's a female character I'm interested in playing. If you guys remember my poll, I did add her on the poll list, but Lydia won, so I'll be waiting for Lydia to play her. To play my female character. So she has some decent lows. She has down back 3. She has full crouch down forward 2. She has down back 4 for your high crash. 14 damage, pretty decent. She has down back 1+2, which is an insane 50-50 mix up between the down 1+2 itself and the 1+2, which is a safe mid launcher. I don't know why she has this. I'm not really a fan of like safe mid launchers, kind of like things down back 3. I don't really know why characters have that kind of thing, right? Kind of like the same for like low launching hell sweeps, like the Virgin Hill Sweep. I'm not really a fan of those kind of moves. So yeah, this is an insane mix, especially when she goes into heat, right? So she either goes for this, if it doesn't getting launched, or she goes down, right? It just becomes like insane pressure game now with this character. Like it's insane. No basic B&D stuff. I'm not an Asuka main, guys. I'm sorry about the cheap ass combos. So yeah, guys, Asuka, I don't know why she's not getting that much attention. Fergus has said she is strong right now, but she is missing a few stuff like we talked about earlier, punishment and stuff like that. But like she's strong, right? She's strong. At the end of the day, you want a character with weaknesses. You need to go back to base Tekken game where characters would have, a weakness and strengths as well. So yeah, man, I don't really get why she's gone under the radar despite so much hype when she got buffed. I did see Aslan pick her up for a bit, then he dropped her, went for Nina in the tournament, right? Nobi played her for a bit, He dropped her. He's gone back to Dragonov because Dragonov is still insane. And the only person doing work right now in tournament is King Ray Jr., American Asuka player, very, very strong. Has made consistent top 8s at TNS, right? Tampa Never Sleeps tournament. So she is pretty strong. Keep out down 4-2. I didn't even talk about her back 3, right? Her back 3. She has a safe down 4-2. Counter it back 4, right? So, like in terms of keep out stuff, just defense, Asuka has everything. A parry, Sabaki parry, a down 4-2, back 3 for keep out, back 4 counter hit, but the power crush, safe hit engager. She has everything in terms of defense. She has laws that get the job done. What else do you need, right? She has full crouch down, full crouch 1+2, which is a strong counter hit launcher. And the range is pretty insane. Like, look at that range. Ridiculous range, right? She has a throw from crouch. You know how throws are strong in this game. Like, man, this character, bro. And she's really fun. That's one thing I'll give Bandai Namco. They really worked on this character, and she's pretty fun. She's not as bland as she was back in Tekken Tag, even Tekken 7, right? She's a little bit more fun, and that's mostly because of Ninawa Gusto. It's a really fun stuff, fun hit mechanic. You just spam running moves, right? It's really fun, man. She hits hard and she has that state. Not as hard as Brian, but man, she hits freaking hard. So, what do you guys think about Asuka in Tekken? A, do you think she's slept on? Do you think she needs more love? Do you think she's mid, average, low tier? Let me know in the comment section. Asuka mains, talk to me. How do you feel about your character? Because I feel as though everyone in this game is complaining about their characters, bro. Like Devil Jin main, I don't like Devil Jin mains, man. They're so used to seeing the character at the top. He gets a few nerfs. They say he's trash. Like, come on, guys. Let's be serious. So, how do you guys feel about Asuka? I think she's pretty strong. I think she's not really. I don't want to say slept on because her popularity has increased since the last update, right? But I'm gonna say she's falling off because not many people are sticking with Asuka, at least from what I've seen. If you guys know any other top level players playing Asuka in tournament, please let me know. I'll try to react to them because I want to get more female content out there, female character content. I don't want to be biased, just play the guys. So you guys let me know. So thank you guys for watching my video. If you liked it, please leave a sub, like all that YouTube jazz. And if you enjoyed this, please check out my other content involving, Leroy. Is he OP as everyone says he is? So, Jijima voice, may the frame data be ever in your favor.